Welcome to True Health Tuesday, and the truth will set you free. Now, please like this video. Please subscribe to our channel. It's going to help us grow and spread this vital, life-saving information, and share this video. We're going to get into gout and the natural solutions. Now, this was inspired by a very cool question from Fox Slayer. Could you do a video on severe gout and knee and leg swelling and suggest treatments? Absolutely. Now, what gout is, it's a type of arthritis that causes sudden swelling, severe attacks of pain, redness, often involving the lower extremities, such as the big toe. Now, in the medical world, says it's caused by an excess of uric acid in the blood that can form crystals in the joints. Incredibly painful. Now, the symptoms of gout: intense joint pain, usually ankles, toe joints, fingers, elbows, wrists, inflammation. The joints become red and swollen, lingering discomfort, limited range of motion. Now, gout occurs when there's too much uric acid in the blood. It's called hyperuricemia. Now, it's a defect in purine metabolism, or the breakdown of purines, which are found in many, many foods. And so the uric acid dissolves in the blood and excreted through the kidneys and urine. So we're looking at a blood toxicity ultimately. However, if your body produces too much uric acid, your kidneys don't excrete enough, then it can build up and form that gout. Now, several factors are obviously diet. Okay, organ meats in particular, some seafoods, sugary beverages, and alcohol especially can increase uric acid. Plus, being overweight, obese increases your risk of gout. Medical conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, heart and kidney disease can all increase your risk. You're looking at a blood filtration problem. A lot of medications, such as diuretics for high blood pressure, those can also damage the kidneys. Aspirin can also damage the kidneys. Age and sex. It's interesting that gout's more effective, that men are more effective with gout, especially between the ages of 30 and 50. And women after menopause, very, very susceptible. And also trauma can trigger it. Now, the wellness questions, it's not what I have. It's what am I toxic with, what am I deficient in, and why do I have these symptoms? That's the key. So number one thing, you've got to address the stressors. And there's only three: physical, chemical, and emotional. What's interesting is your body responds the same to each one of those stressors. First step, avoiding a censored topic called vaccines. We can't talk about those. And if you're taking medications, find out why you're taking it. Typically, medications are giving for a stress response, such as cholesterol, blood sugar, elevations in blood pressure. Look at environmental toxins. Look at non-organic and genetically modified organisms for food. That's not what we're designed to eat. Look at nutritional deficiencies, and again, the chronic stress. Now, nerve supply is the key. Your body has an automatic nervous system, and you could be in stress or regeneration. Now, proper nerve supply, and this is one of the benefits of chiropractic care, because we're doctors of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, now it can alleviate pain, boost productivity, improve quality of life, improve cognitive functions. Movement is essential for good brain function. It can reduce the dependency on medications, improve the quality of sleep, reduce stress, boost your immune system. Now, this isn't just one journal article. You're looking at the Journal of Spine, Journal of Substation Research, JMPT, huge. Now, the relationship between your body's structure and function is huge. Your nervous system controls and coordinates every function of the body, and this includes blood filtration. And that nervous system is housed in the spinal structure. So if you have an alteration in structure, you got an alteration in function for sure. Now, this automatic nervous system is in two parts. You could be in stress or regeneration. The stress is called the sympathetic. And just think of being chased by a tiger. Under stress, your blood becomes thicker, your heart rate elevates, cholesterol elevates for stress hormone production. Your body goes into this protection. Blood supply to the gut gets shut down. and flows to the arms and legs. Now, the other half of this, which is located in the pelvis and the cervical area, the upper cervical, is called the parasympathetic, which is also called resting, digesting, and repairing. So you're looking at people who are in a chronic sympathetic dominant state, and you've got to address the stressors. Now, number one thing, when you're looking at the nerves that supply the kidney, and you figure you've got kidneys, liver, and lungs as the blood filter, T, and this the thoracic up down to L2, this supplies the kidneys. Now, spinal misalignments in these areas can negatively affect their function, obviously. Now, chiropractic care relieves the pressure on these nerves and allows more normal function. That's just basic. Okay, regular exercise, fantastic. When you're looking at sedentary lifestyle, this is a major, major contributing factor to gout. Weight gain, obesity, typically are the lack of calorie-rich, nutrition-poor diets. Movement is the key. That way you don't get the buildup. Insulin resistance, huge. And this directly contributes to high uric acid levels. Poor circulation, reducing movement can impair circulation. And joint stiffness. Stiffer joints will cause the body to move them less because it hurts. And this can massively worsen a gout attack. Sedentary lifestyles, what does this do? It increases all cancer risks, increases cardiovascular disease, depression and mood disorder, memory loss, increases type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction, loss of sex drive, deterioration of your spinal health. And this is sedentary lifestyle. You were blessed with a hunter-gatherer body. You're designed to move. Now, how does exercise alleviate gout symptoms? Well, weight management, because you're moving your body, you can burn up calories, improve insulin sensitivity. That means your body can utilize the energy that's in that blood, enhance circulation. It turns out the more you move your joints, the healthier the joints. It can reduce inflammation, which is actually a healing process of the body. And exercise increases joint health. Like when mom said, you only brush the teeth you want to keep. You only move the joints you want healthy. No, the type of exercise for gout, obviously low impact activities are the best. And now this includes walking, swimming, cycling, gentle stretching, yoga, Pilates, fantastic. High impact or strenuous exercise should be avoided during gout attacks. Because it can actually worsen joint pain. Now, then proper nutrition, hugely important. Limit the purine-rich foods because we still have to build up. We've got to get you out of the stress response. And while you're getting out of the stress response, limit your intake of red meats, organ meats, particularly liver and kidney meats. Even though they're fantastically nutrient-rich, your body's having trouble when you're in a stress state to metabolize those. Certain seafoods like anchovies, sardines, mussels, scallops, tuna. Avoid those while we're getting your body out of the stress response. And for sure, avoid sugary drinks and alcohol, particularly the fructose sweetened ones. Beer can significantly increase uric acid levels and increase your water intake. Staying well hydrated helps that blood. The best blood thinner in the world is water. And when you're looking at a human being, okay, you're looking at 8 to 10 glasses of water a day minimum. Okay, but if you're in a hot environment, you need more. Hydration, the solution to pollution, and that's what gout is. It's a blood pollution, is dilution. Drink more water. Eating cherries is fantastic, especially tart cherries. You can consume them as fresh juice. They have a tart cherry extract, which is fantastic. Incorporate vitamin C. I love vitamin C. And I like Vitality C with ribose is one of the best ones. You can find it also in citrus fruits, in bell peppers, broccoli, a lot of spicy foods, particularly peppers, have high vitamin C, and they're also bronchodilators and vasodilators, so they're going to help you detox. Look at healthy dairy, not the toxic one that's laden with hormones. Lower fat is going to be better during a gout attack. And the focus on complex carbohydrates, such as whole grains, fruits, vegetables over refined carbohydrates. Eliminate refined carbs. And that water, the solution to pollution is dilution. 50% of your body weight in ounces. So a 200-pound person, 100 ounces of water minimum. And that's just to maintain health. If you want to flush this out, you've got to take some aggressive action. And then the optimal diet, you've got a hunter-gatherer body, you need a hunter-gatherer diet. So organic, healthy foods, plant-based, particularly during a gout attack, healthy fats such as coconut oil and olive oil, fermented veggies that pre-digest it, make it work better, probiotics, juiced vegetables, blended fruits, certain raw dairies is amazing, but reduce those animal fat omega-6s. Herbal remedies are fantastic. Celery seed extract. Okay, this has been used as a natural diuretic. It's amazing. It helps those kidneys. Nettle tea, amazing. It has powerful antioxidants, which help the inflammation process. Turmeric, and get the full root, not just the supplements. Turmeric root is amazing and can provide almost instant relief in some cases. And then we look at sleep. So when we're looking at the 5 keys to health, these are the keys to getting your body to function better. Now, lack of sleep has a cumulative effect on the body. It can weaken your immune system, aggravate chronic pain, impairs your physical and mental performance, raises your blood pressure, alters your hormone levels. It puts you into a stress state, prematurely aging you. Now, lack of sleep absolutely contributes it. You figure during sleep is when your body is metabolically active. You're literally regenerating during sleep. And sleep deprivation is known to increase systemic inflammation. Remember, sleep is where the bodies regenerate. Inflammation is a healing process of the body. Taking away sleep takes away that body's ability to regenerate. And then look at the stress response. Under any physical, chemical, or emotional stress, cortisol, which is brilliant, is released. Now, if poor sleep patterns increases cortisol levels, but that also weakens your immune system. And that long-term sleep deprivation can interrupt your normal circadian rhythms. And this is when your body is regenerating. It can cause metabolic disruption. This is why sleep is so important. In insulin resistance, high uric acid levels, all occur during poor sleep patterns. Poor sleep can increase weight gain, particularly in the belly, seat, and thigh. And I hear this all the time. People, I'm dieting, and I can't lose weight. Yeah, let's change the sleep pattern so your body can get into a healthy metabolic response. And a pain perception. Again, poor sleep, it's not a direct cause of gout, but poor sleep can lower your pain threshold, making gout attacks that feel way worse. Proper sleep in gout. Proper sleep is one of the most valuable tools to manage gout. It can allow inflammation to regenerate the tissue. It can make your overall burden and decrease the frequency and severity of gout attacks. It improves your metabolic health. You've got to prioritize sleep. Good sleep can enhance your immune system function. Well-rested immune system is generally more capable of managing that inflammatory process. Remember, inflammation is how the body regenerates. And at nighttime, that's a big regeneration phase of your day. And it supports healthy habits. I mean, you've got to get enough sleep. Sleep is crucial. And look at our videos. I've got multiple videos on how to reset your circadian rhythms. And then prayer and meditation. Prayer and meditation, vital. Even the CDC says 85% of all these diseases are caused by emotion. And when you look at this, the physical, chemical, and emotional stress, there's direct actions that you could do to change that emotional stressor because your body's going to respond the same way. Now, emotional stress is going to be a contributing factor because if you can't move, that's going to create that emotion. You have to address it. We're all sitting on a 3-legged stool: physical, chemical, emotional stress. Now, mental and emotional stress triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline. This shuts blood supply down to the gut, and this is where your body regenerates tissue. Now, when we look at mental stress, the impact on the immune system, chronic stress weakens the immune system. It alters your body, the ability of the body to regenerate cells. And prolonged emotional stress can prolong the duration and intensity of gout flare-ups. Poor lifestyle choices. When people are under stress, they're more likely to engage in unhealthy behaviors. People who do overeating, consume more alcohol, eat the high purine comfort foods. Okay, so we have to address the emotional stressors as well. Sleep deprivation, you've got to correct that. Poor sleep patterns is going to be a contributing factor to the emotional component of this. Remember, physical, chemical, emotional, got to address all three. And emotional stress will increase your sensitivity to pain. What can you do? And this is universal. Every time I get a patient in, I say, look, we got to address physical, chemical, emotional. And people universally will go, oh, emotional. No, we can do this. But you can get through this. Number one, daily prayer and meditation. When you're in that prayerful state, when you're in that attitude of gratitude, you're increasing your tissue production. You're increasing your immune system response. I love neurolinguistic programming. So you take an active day in reprogramming that brain. Daily affirmation statements. I am healthy. I'm dynamic. And you can do this because the frontal lobe, where anxiety, stress, and depression are reprogrammable through repetition, not belief. Emotional freedom technique is great. The DeMartini breakthrough process is fantastic. Look at Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, his latest book on becoming supernatural. Brilliant methods for meditation in there. And I've been meditating for decades, and I learned some stuff from Dr. Dispenza. So when you're looking at gout, gout is a fire alarm telling you that there is a problem. There is an excessive stress state. And as long as you're focusing on the nerve supply, exercise, nutrition, rest, and prayer and meditation, and you're not addressing gout as a disease, but it's really an adaptive response based on stress, then your body has the best chance to recover. Now, I encourage you to post your questions and comments below this video. We're going to get to as many as we can. And just literally stay healthy. Now, I'm going to explain what we do at our clinic in Tijuana to address these, but make sure you put your questions down below. Now, at the clinic in Mexico, in Tijuana, Mexico, it's 3 clinics in one. We have medical, where we have our own stem cell clinic. We can do detoxing IVs, nutrient IVs. We have the chiropractic care, which is corrective, and detoxing dental. Now, we offer stem cell, IV, integrative cancer therapy, hyperbaric oxygen, LED light therapy to clean the blood, the extracorporeal blood oxygenation and ozonation. That takes about an hour and a half to clean out that blood area. Ozone therapy, PRP, it's fantastic. Some of the IVs, Myers cocktail, fantastic. Vitamin C, glutathione, DMSO IV is amazing for cleaning up that system and helping the body regenerate. NAD+, coenzyme Q10, peptides, alpha lipoic acid, chelation therapy, and we utilize live blood cell analysis to see what you need. And then we do post-live blood cell analysis after an IV to say, yeah, it's working, or no, you need something different. I mean, it's just brilliant. We've got free transportation. If you park on the American side, we can drive you across, then we'll drive you back. We're located in the floor of the Grand Hotel, so you stay right above our clinic. So some of the best restaurants in the world are right across the street. Also, go to our adaptive physiology site. And this is amazing. One of the most complete health sites in the world. Now, we offer the most advanced, effective techniques for chiropractors, for any type of healthcare practitioner, for correcting spinal issues. You learn how to balance the autonomic nervous system to promote healing and normal function. We have classes to treatment protocols for different diseases, conditions, illnesses. With the knowledge, skills, and tools, you can become a master in the art, science, and philosophy of chiropractic. So the training is exponential for chiropractors. We offer articles, videos, books, apprenticeship program, consultations, in-person training, video courses. adjusting techniques, anatomy and physiology, disease reversal, multiple case studies. So when you're presented with a challenging case, we have solutions and pathways to get to it, and employee training. We've got to train the whole staff to understand what you're doing. We also have business management, case management, employee training, technique training. So please go to adaptivephysiology.com, get a free account, and just really open up the wealth of information there. And I love this quote from Thomas Edison, because you are the doctor of the future. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and the cause and prevention of disease. Gout is a fire alarm telling you that there's a problem. If you approach gout as a disease, you will not be effective. And the body is a temple only if you treat it as one. God bless you all. Stay healthy, my friends. And the planet was designed for you, and you were designed for the planet. God bless you all.